Now the first thing you always have to remember is to wash your hands. After you've washed your hands, get some water. After doing that, put it on the stove. Once it's on the stove, turn it on. Set it to high to allow for a quicker boil. The boiling part usually takes from 3 up to 10 minutes depending on how high your setting is. While you wait to boil, start cutting up some of your ingredients. It's up to you which kind of spaghetti you want to use. I went with this one because they are thin spaghetti pieces. And you reach al dente perfection in 6 to 7 minutes with these. Al dente means hard to the bite. Now, I like to go past al dente to where it reaches soft. Then it's really, really good. But that's just my preference. In this case, we'll go to al dente. Since we're only making 1 serving of spaghetti, we're using the small pot of hot water. Typically, if you want to make more servings, you use more water. For me, this is 1 serving. As you can see, the water has begun to boil. So, what you want to do now is lower this. Break in half some of this over the pan. And roughly spread out like such. Use this spoon looking thing to get all the spaghetti under the water. And allow it to cook for at least 5 minutes. For the purpose of this video, we will not be using these, and instead we'll be using this type of seasoning, all-purpose seasoning. Now this one already includes garlic, oregano, and other seasonings. You want to add a little bit of salt just to make it soften a little bit quicker. After you add the salt, begin stirring. Now usually people add the onions after you put the spaghetti through the colander, but for this case we'll be adding the onions beforehand, as it'll allow them to kind of saute the onions and add some more flavor. Now keep in mind, we only use half of the onions. The other half will be to add to the meat if you choose to add meat. In this case, we're not going to add meat. Begin stirring again. After roughly 4 minutes, check the tenderness. Now what some people like to do is stick it to the wall. If it sticks to the wall, it means it's ready. And now, grab that piece of spaghetti from the wall, and you don't want to put it back in the pot, so throw it away. Our spaghetti appears to be ready, so turn off the stove. Remove your pot as soon as possible. Since I couldn't find our colander, I decided to use this strainer. Still works just the same. Now you want to just leave it there for a few seconds. What you want to do now is put the pot back on the stove on a different burner and put the spaghetti back in the pot. Now on the third burner, you want to turn your stove on to about low medium. In this case, we'll be adding 100% extra virgin olive oil. Now, after opening the virgin oil, you just wanna use a small amount. You wanna move it around. Let it get a little bit warm. Set it back down. Now you want to grab the spaghetti and set it in the saucepan. Now you're going to want to just stir it around. Add the rest of your onions. Oops. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. Now what you want to do, you grab some of your seasoning, just sprinkle that on there. Stir again. You want to do this for at least 2 minutes. Now after the 2 minutes has passed, you want to add some of your sauce. Don't put all of it though, maybe half of a can. Now you want to start stirring again. Get it in there. And voila! You've made yourself some spaghetti. Now, you're going to want to turn your burner off, every saucepan, and put it on a completely different burner again. Now, if you like, you can add some of the crushed red pepper to the mix. Brand new. Pop it open. Just sprinkle it on there. Put the cap back on. And then sprinkle it some more. That's just what I like to do. Add some more authentic taste to it. And that concludes today's kitchen time with your friendly Mario.